rainy day here on the prairies. Just got home from work and I'm dying to run that 272 in some wood, so I'm gonna go drive over to a neighbor's property where I cut and see if we can get in there and maybe, you know, do a little bit of cutting with that thing in the rain. So we'll see what's what when we get there, if access to the site is okay. Okay, I'm over at my neighbor's. It's kind of nasty out, but let's fire up the 272 and I'll cut some small stuff just to get it rocking and rolling, and then we'll go from there. Well, this thing's running pretty good. What was I gonna say? This is ash. This was cut last year. It's hard as a rock, so just so you know what I'm cutting. tips. Be happy. Okay, well that's the first time this thing's been in the wood. It's fresh, you can feel it. It's running good, but it definitely needs some braking. It pulls hard and it's fast, so if this is the first time it's been in the wood and it's already doing that, I can just imagine what it's gonna do. Just looking at my muffler, just imagine what it's gonna do when it's got some time on it. Yeah, feels good. We won't know if it's stronger or weaker than my 266 builds until I compare the two. Brought my 576, so let's put that in the same log. I got a 24 on the 576. Both are 3/8 full comp, 7-pin rims. I don't change gearing in my saws, so anyways, let's fire this one up. .576 XPG with a muffler mod now. I noticed I wanted to see stock saw versus ported saw, because I've just been running ported saws for the longest little bit, and stock saw feels good, but I hate to say it, it lacks torque now. I used to look at that, where is it here? I used to look at that 576 as just a powerhouse, and it is. Don't get me wrong, that saw is no slouch, but once you start running ported saws, I mean, I can lean on this 272 like there's no tomorrow. And here, let's flare at the old girl. I can lean on this 272 like there's no tomorrow, and it keeps pulling. Kind of like you would with a big saw, you know, something 100 plus cc. I mean, it doesn't have quite that much torque, but you know what I'm saying. Let's go walk over to the barn here. There's a big piece of, I don't even know what it is. There's like a 30-inch piece of wood laying on the ground. Let's make a couple cuts with both saws and then call it a day. Okay, I'm going to fire up both saws and let's do a back-to-backer. I don't know what kind of wood this is. This has been on the ground for a couple years. It's kind of nasty, but we'll do a cut with each, and you can make your own guess of which is faster. Kind of a apples to oranges comparison, but this 76 or 576 is a monster. It doesn't feel like it's doing much because it's so smooth. I'm going to lean this thing up just a smidge. I don't want to go too far on its first tank. going to say, by feel, the 272 is faster. And it's stronger. You can lean on it more. What that means in the real world is a better all-around saw. Sorry, I hit my button. There's the battle of two saws. Just wanted to run both of them. Just got both. I like them both for different reasons. The problem is when you run ported saws, even getting a saw like a 576, they start to feel underpowered, and that is a problem because running stock saws when you run ported saws it gets harder and harder. Not very happy with this paint I put on my muffler. It's bubbling. Weird. I'll have to deal with that. This one seems to be staying kind of put. That's something. Yeah. Oh yeah. Look at that. Weird. I used this paint on motorcycle engines for years without a problem. Lasted for years and years. It's a ceramic engine paint. So yeah, that piece of wood is 30 inch, something like that. It's hard as a rock. It's been down several years. That's that stump right there. That stump is 5.5 feet at the base. So it's this was an old tree. Same tree actually as what was I gonna say? Same tree. My earliest videos is a 576 and an 044 cutting a tree. That's what's left of it. I cut it up and made benches out of it, and let's have a look at this old tree. I believe it was struck by lightning, and it shattered. Look at this stump. It's cool. I caught on fire too one time during a brush fire. This property had a tornado roll through it 2 years ago, and it decimated a lot of the timber in here. So I've been trying to help my buddy out, which is good. It gives me firewood, place to run my saws that's close, and he gets his yard cleaned up. But yeah, I gotta go through here and thin this out. I want to take this tree. I want to take this tree this year. I don't know, it's probably a good 85-90 foot. I'm not sure what it is. I think it's a poplar, but it might be an ash. It's hard to tell here. Poplars get heavy bark like this here, but so do ash trees when they get big. Like that's an ash. Most of the trees around here are ash. So yeah, this thing's a decent size. I'll have to high stump it. It's got some climbing nails in it. But yeah, we're gonna follow this one. It's leaning that way, but hopefully with some wedge work we can drop her right in here. That's the plan anyways. Won't be doing that solo though. I'd like to have somebody with me when I'm doing that. Yeah, I gotta cut up all this stuff and, you know, just working them saws. Anyhow, as always, thanks for watching. Got a bunch of brand new subscribers. Thanks everybody that came over from Journey North's channel. Appreciate ya. If you have any questions, anything you'd like to see, please give me a shout. I need ideas for videos, so I do saws. I might add some other stuff to the channel when I get my dirt bike running. I might add some dirt bike videos to the channel. Maybe some shooting, some other stuff like that. Yard work, homesteading type stuff. I love to garden, so that might be some future videos. But for now, we're going to try and focus on the saws. These saws. So anyhow, yeah, get what you can from that. This tree is dirty, so those chains took a beating. I cut crooked too. It's windy here. Yeah. Anyhow, as always, take her easy. It's cool to run two saws that are that many generations apart. I think it's cool anyways. Take her easy, everyone.